happening? What is popping? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another great edition of Symone with the Spizzles. I'm Symone, bringing guys daily sports talk. So if you're new here, if you're old here and you haven't already subscribed to the channel, stop what you're doing, leave a comment, subscribe, keep rocking with me. Also, make sure you check out the link down below. The link is to become a channel member of the Symone with the Spizzles YouTube page, and you have access to exclusive videos and perks. So let me know what y'all want to see from my channel membership, and shout out to everyone who has joined so far. Now we're gonna talk a little bit about some G that got me a little bit stressed this week. Got me a little bit stressed. Howie Roseman saying some stuff that's gonna have me stressed out, but that's why I'm, drinking my mellow drink. Got this from Total Wine. This drink keeps me relaxed, cool, calm, collected, keep me from overreacting, keeping everything chill. So let's talk about it. First of all, the NFL Combine is going on right now, and it's like news and insight coming out from the Combine. Now, the Eagles don't have a top pick in this draft because we winners, baby. We at number 32. That's the top spot, low key. You know what I'm saying? 32 mean you just won some G's. Super Bowl champs, okay? So we're picking number 32. So it's not that much buzz, you know what I mean, coming out from the Eagles camp because we don't have a top pick. You know what I mean? There's a scenario where, Howie Roseman might do some moving and grooving. He might do a little moving and grooving. But right now, it's not a lot of news coming out draft prospect wise, but we will talk about one in a minute. But it's a lot of news coming out from like the GMs and the coaches. So first and foremost, Howie Roseman, we got some nuggets from him about free agency. So Howie Roseman is saying a lot of cryptic shit right now, y'all. He being real cryptic right now, and I don't know what this means. So Howie Roseman asked for Eagles fans, to be patient while the Eagles put together the roster this offseason. He said, it may look different. Some of the moves that we may have to make here may not be what is on people's minds. It's probably not going to look like maybe the conventional wisdom thinks it should look. I would just ask our fans to just have patience throughout the offseason. The offseason doesn't stop in free agency. It doesn't stop in the draft. What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm not going to try to read too much into it because I don't want to stress myself out and psych myself out when obviously I don't know what he's trying to say. But it's very much like, what? Why did you send out this cryptic message? Because now you got me thinking, what are you thinking? So he said, it may look different. Different than what we usually do, or different from other teams, or the roster is going to look different. What do you mean it may look different than how it's looked in the past? So he said, some of the moves that we have to make here may not be what are on other people's minds. Who? If he's saying the moves that they make might not be on the fans' minds, the media's minds, other teams' minds. What are you talking about? It's not going to look like the conventional wisdom thinks it should look. Huh? What? All I know is this better include a Zack Baun. Free agency, just Zack Baun. Get a Zack Baun and we'll trust you, bro, with everything else. Zack Baun, and then we'll trust you, bro. Of course we trust Howie Roseman, but what is this message that he's sending? So he also said, Howie Roseman said, we felt like the opportunity was in last year's free agency to sign some guys who could make a difference for our team, knowing that this year was going to be mostly maintenance and trying to get guys back. Obviously, the play of a bunch of those guys is now affecting some of our decisions. So he's saying last season, we tried to sign guys that was going to make a difference, and then I guess those guys ended up being too good. Is he saying Zack Baun, Mekhi Becton, they ended up being not too good, but way better than the Eagles expected? Y'all, I don't know what he's trying to say, but a lot of people are kind of scared in the comments and saying that this means we might not get Zack Baun. The reason why I see people being scared about us losing Zack Baun is Howie Roseman knows what Eagles fans have been begging for. Since October, we have been saying sign Zack Baun, extends. We've been saying extend Zack Baun since October. There's only one player that the Eagles fans have been talking about this season, and that's Zack Baun. Like, when we look at our big free agents, Mekhi Becton, Zack Baun, Milton Williams, and Josh Sweat, the most conversation from Eagles fans, since he's talking to Eagles fans, the most conversation has been about Zack Baun. So that does have me a little worried, because he knows that the number one thing we want is Zack Baun. If he pays attention, which he obviously does, because he's telling us be patient, it might not be what y'all think. He knows the number one thing we want is Zack Baun. Is all this prep to get us ready to not sign Zack Baun? Y'all, I can't lie. I'm like, what the heck going on? I can't lie, y'all. I'm like, what the heck going on? I don't like this cryptic message, okay? Now, he was specifically asked about Zack Baun, and his response was that the Eagles will make a concerted effort to keep back Zack Baun. He said, we didn't do any deals during the season, which probably could have prevented some of these problems, but we just didn't feel like the timing was right. Yeah, okay. We should have been extended the guy. So, Jeff McClain from the Philadelphia Inquirer did report that sources were saying that the Eagles were being aggressive trying to sign Zack Baun. So Jeff McClain, he has pretty reliable sources coming from the Philadelphia Inquirer. He did say that the Eagles are trying to be aggressive signing Zack Baun. That news came out around the same time Howie Roseman was sending all this cryptic shit. So, shoot. I don't know, man. In great news, Jalen Hurts was recognized as the Philadelphia Citizen of the Year. Okay, congratulations to our quarterback, Philadelphia Citizen of the Year. So since being in Philadelphia, Jalen Hurts has brought the city a Super Bowl, the second Super Bowl. He's donated over $200,000 to local Philadelphia schools for air conditioning units. He's been very active at CHOP, and shout out to CHOP because my sister's going to be working at CHOP soon. CHOP, CHOP, CHOP. Y'all, she about to be seeing everybody at CHOP because y'all know all the Eagles, like, they be putting in a lot of work and stuff at CHOP. Like, she about to be seeing everybody at CHOP. So shout out to CHOP, shout out to Sid, and shout out to Jalen Hurts, the Philadelphia Citizen of the Year. Like, huge congratulations. Just on the note of Jalen Hurts, just a little shout out. His brother, Avion Hurts, who's also a coach like his dad, his brother just got hired as the offensive coordinator and quarterback coach at Westfield High School. So shout out to him. Averion Hurts working his way up in the coaching ranks. You know what I'm saying? We love all the Hurts. The Hurtses are the first family of Philadelphia. So shout out to Averion Hurts. Y'all, wouldn't it be crazy if one day Averion was on the Eagles coaching staff with Jalen Hurts? Wouldn't that be crazy? Or if he just started coaching in the NFL, period. Like, that would be wild. That would be like, that would be goated. That's some goat shit right there, okay? But love to see that. I just love seeing, like, people putting in the work when it comes to, like, coaching and just, like, in sports in general. You already know I love sports. I work in sports. So I just know, like, how much of a great opportunity that is for Averion to, you know, work his way up in the coaching ranks. So shout out to Averion. Shout out to Jalen Hurts. We also have a little bit of draft news coming out the combine. So the Eagles having a little bit of conversations with another Jalen. So this time, Jalen Walker. So Jalen Walker is a linebacker out of Georgia. We know the Georgia Bulldogs. Whoop, 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 whoop. They've been barking here. So Jalen Walker was saying that he's still tight with his former teammates that are on the Eagles, the Bulldogs, the Philly Bulldogs. He said he was at the Super Bowl cheering and rooting them on. Now, when it comes to the Eagles and Jalen Walker, I'm just like, Jalen Walker, this is a linebacker that's supposed to go, you know, first, second round. And I'm like, if we taking a linebacker first, second round, then that means what? You know what I mean? What does that mean? Yeah. What does that mean for Zack Baun? Because why would we taking a linebacker first or second round? You know what I mean? Like, what that mean for Zack Baun? Y'all know what I'm saying. Like, I'm glad. I'm so glad that you're still friends with your daughter's teammates, baby. But what does that mean for that bond? But that's pretty much our news coming out right now. Yeah. It is a lot to decode when it comes to the Howie Roseman situation, but outside of the Howie Roseman decoding, which is big, not really much else to get into. Y'all, make sure you like this video. Make sure you leave a comment, subscribe, keep rocking with me, and turn your notification bells on. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.